Pepper for third, Balfance is fourth. Checkered flag is up. Hondo Carpenter with the Bobco video, number 9. Has the lead, he'll bring him off the turn, he'll get the win. Hondo home first.
Welcome to this week's edition of Inside Northeast Racing. A little bit something different coming at you this week, as we'll bring you a whole bunch of memories of Hondo Carpenter. Also, for something completely different, the Go Nuclear late models at Utica Rome on this week's program. Inside Northeast Racing is brought to you by the New York State Stock Car Association, Gene Cole's Utica Rome Speedway, RCT Roofing, the Rooftop Shuffler, Joel Mearns, Ray Ohms Towing and Recovery, and our friends at Dirt Track Digest. Rain forced a holdover feature for the modifieds at Utica Rome 2 weeks ago. No rain in sight this week. Here's Mike Mallett with the call of the held over feature at Utica Rome.
Turn number 1, Pat Ward. Once again, and here we go. We are going to try this one a second time as they come off of corner number 4. Down the front stretch, 3 wide, they head up into turn number 1. Larry White takes up to the top side, Bowman down low. He'll work the bottom of the speedway to swing it off the turn down the back stretch the first time. Racing down the back straightaway, they'll race in the corners. And we race down the front stretch, 4 wide. They battle up in turns number 1 and 2. Larry White up on the high side of the speedway. Mike Mahaney there on the bottom. Mahaney looking to hold on to position number 2 as they swing off the corner. He'll do so. Here comes Matt Shepard. Shepard looks to the inside. They go 3 wide down into corner number 3. Shepard, those got to get on the binders. They work it off of turn number 4 first time around. Larry White's going to lead the way. Clean and green as your leader works off of 4. So Larry White leads the way, followed by Matt Shepard. Then it's the 4 of Mike Mahaney, followed by Will Becker and Stuart Friesen now into the top 5. Friesen, they'll feel the pressure from Todd Burley as they work through the corner. Burley was right there with him, but Friesen going to drive away now. Ryan Bell, Eric Johnson on the move on the inside. Johnson looks to make the move down into corners number 3 and 4. He'll follow his teammate Dave Allen. He'll pull it, put down, they go to 3. For Mike Mahaney, the young shot of Kingsbury, New York, racing hard right now with the number 1 WGC of Stuart Friesen. Off the turn number 4, Mahaney again maintains the number 2 spot. So Friesen throwing everything he can at Mahaney. Down, we'll pick it up to the top shelf and try to find the moisture off of turn number 2. Mahaney gets the run this time. Mahaney a little bit lower that time. Mike Mahaney now takes over position number 1. So Mahaney to the lead here on lap number 23. Down the back straight of the heels, running away now from the 99 Albany. Mahaney to the inside, Friesen to the outside as they come off the corner. White flag this time by Mahaney by nose. Final time, turn number 1 and 2. Mahaney touches the bottom through. Friesen up on the outside. They're side by side off the turn. Mahaney edges in front. Bottom time in turn number 3 and 4. Mahaney looking for career win number 1. Friesen hangs it up on the outside. Down to the checkered flag, taking up the win. Mike Mahaney. Second goes to Friesen, third to White, fourth to Burley, fifth to Ward.
Your modified feature winner, Mike Mahaney. Mike, how's it feel, man? You have been so close to victory lane here at Utica Rome. Today, you finally got it done.
It's amazing. I'm so excited right now. It's reminding me of that race, at the first race of last season, when I blew it on the last lap to Robbie Bellinger, and it's been since then that we just couldn't get a win here. And man, it feels so good. It's like a weight lifted off my back that we finally won.
Well, time to take a trip down to Gary Palmer's Ulster County Bull Ring now for some Accord action. The modifieds down at Accord, and for the call of the race, we'll go to Joel Mearns.
Turn number 4. And roll top in trouble over in turn number 2. into turn number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd time in 2013, he's your point leader. The wing goes to Jackie Brown. Mike Rickey is 2nd. McKinney is 3rd. Ferrier is 4th. And Showtime, Danny Tyler will round out the top 5. Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thanks, man. It was hard-earned in the beginning. They were a little rough. Everybody was running as hard as they could. Track's in awesome condition. Gary did a great job. I got to thank my guys for working hard all week and getting this back to winning form. We were a little off last week, and it's not a good feeling when you go out right around 9th, you know. It felt good. The car was great. My guys did an awesome job.
Looking to make it 2 in a row down the back straightaway. Pringle now down into turn number 3. He's on the outside. New Boy's down on the inside. Looking to shut the door up. Pringle as they work off at turn number 4. Little bit of contact. 2 laps to go. This time by the battle for the number 1 spot. Picking up down the back straightaway. Pringle now sees daylight. He's up there in the number 1 spot. White for the 2nd week in a row. It's going to be the Montgomery Missile, Anthony Pringle.
Some pretty good race cars tonight. You know, we worked hard on our crate car after last night, then got all boned up in Middletown, so hard work. I gotta thank Skip for coming to help me. My old man, he does a great job. Big Fab Chassis, you know, swept the night, sportsman, that's good.
Here's a few more memories of our good friend, Hondo Carpenter.
Let's hear it for Hondo Carpenter. His 2nd feature win this year at the new Fonda Speedway. Come on, you can do better than that. You got a lot of energy up there. Now, Hondo, you didn't start up front. You started 5th. How did you get to the front?
Oh, it's rough. You know, I went opening night here, and these guys have just got tougher and tougher. It's hard, you know. It's good racing out there.
Once you got to the front on that restart, Van Arnhem was trying to get right on your back bumper on the back stretch. How'd you hold him off?
I don't know. I felt a tap, and the track was just tacky and fast. I knew if I got upside, I'd take him, and it worked.
Any special thanks you want to give tonight?
Yeah, Bob Cole Video, my main sponsor, Dave Addington that works on the car, my fans down in turn 4, and Carmen Body Works, HRD Racing, Napa, B&H Automotive, Fabco Landscaping, Allied Windows. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. There's just so many. Hollenbeck Paving, there's so many people, and my number 1 fan, my son Christopher.
Congratulations, Hondo. Let's hear one more time for Hondo Carpenter and her...
Our cameras made the trip back to the Woodhull Speedway this week. Here's the finals of the Jake Davis Memorial Match Races for the Modifieds, followed by this week's late model feature event.
How about it, folks? Who's going to win it? In the 60J, Bryce Davis. No thanks. Or the number 2 machine of Billy the Deuce Van Pelt.
Tires. Who? David's got warm tires. Billy's 7.
So 2 laps. This is the Jake Davis Memorial, ladies and gentlemen. First ever. Rookie versus veteran. Green flag gonna fly.
Oh, he broke or something. He broke.
This could have been one of them.
Trouble on the Davis machine. Tough break. So this is what we're going to do, folks.
Yep, we're doing it.
Kenny Peoples Jr. is going to face Billy the Deuce Van Pelt. How about it, folks?
How many fans out there want to see Billy the Kid Van Pelt win this race? How about the 5K of Kenny Peoples? Who wants to see Kenny win this race?
So we're going to go green this time by
Jake Davis all over the side of the 5K.
the uncle of Jake Davis. on the outside, the veteran. Scott Colgrove says, get on your feet, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a great one. 2 laps. 2 of the premier drivers up here on the high banks. Here we go. Green flag is going to fly. Side by side as they go. Van Pelt. Van Pelt going to try the high side. Van Pelt's going a little bit stronger on the outside. Van Pelt on the inside. Peoples gets a slight edge on Van Pelt. Here we go into 3 and 4. It's gonna be Kenny Peoples Jr. How about it?
It's all this is just for Jacob. This is what it's all about right here. But this is for Jake, and I don't even care if they win another race, man.
Boy, it was a little tough. You were getting right on the outside. You were able to get by Kenny Peoples coming out of 3 and 4.
No, Billy, I mean. But yeah, I mean my car works great on the top, and I know Billy's real strong on the bottom, and I don't know what it was tonight, but my foot didn't come off the throttle, so it stuck. Unlike the heat race, but.
Well, congratulations. Well, how about it, folks? One more time for Yeah, one more thing to say.
Yeah, I got to thank that man right over there, Billy Van Pelt, for giving me a chance to come out here and race with him. It feels good, you know. Thanks, Billy.
One of the more emotional things we've seen up here on the high banks, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give another round of applause. The uncle of Jake Davis, second-generation star, Kenny Peoples Jr. Well, Billy, that's a class act for letting him come out here.
That's what it's about. We're out here to have a good time. I mean, none of us do it for a living. We're here to have fun, and as far as I'm concerned, that was a great race. I don't know what anybody else thought, but we put on a good show for the fans, and, you know, unfortunately for Jake, wish he could still be here to see this, and maybe he is watching this, but my hat's off to the Peoples family. I had a great time tonight. Thanks.
Billy the Kid Van Pelt, ladies and gentlemen.
Thunder and Lightning 112 off of turn 4. We got green rag in the air. Here comes Johnny Waters sneaking up around the high side. Cecil LeBaron trying to work right back at him. Carl Hughes, Carl Cleveland, and Mick Seeley working back there in that 4th spot. Johnny Waters took a little bit of a look down the inside that time. McConnell working that outside lane, not letting Johnny get too far away. Still wheel-to-wheel up down the front straight. Cecil LeBaron hanging on to that number 3 spot. Hughes is 4. Cleveland 5. Mick the Quick Steely hanging on to 6. He's got Brad LeBaron working his low side. Heading back for start finish with the green rag waving. Jeremy Wonderlich working on that 3rd spot. Looks right down around the inside Hondo Speedway. Mr. Excitement usually likes the high side. Bounces out of the drainage ditch down there. Goes all the way to the wall in turn 4. Waters having things all his way. Hughes still hanging tough back there in 2nd. He's had a great night through this feature event. He can hear you now, folks, popping up out of the car. Johnny Waters picks up. John, a little bit of a marathon there. I hope you put a full tank of gas in.
Yeah, that's what I was getting worried about there. Man, that was ugly. I don't know what was going on. The track is a little slick, but you just got to slow down to go fast.
Paul Denton Memorial coming up at Utica Rome for the Pro Stocks. That'll be this Sunday's star event. Here's a few more Hondo memories. Then Courtney Normoyle will talk to a few of the competitors in the Hondo Classic from the Fonda Speedway. And then Josh Phillips will follow with the call of the race.
The cameraman at the track. This is his first feature win ever. Let's hear it.
I'm here with Frank Twain. So, Frank, how does it feel to be in a Hondo Classic?
Really good. I always make sure I get here for this race if I can, and what used to be the McDonald's weekend. Those are like two pretty special races to me throughout the season anywhere, really.
How's your season been this year?
Pretty good, actually. We went to Lebanon Valley with a crate motor, which was a real big gamble, and right now we're 5th in points. We got a few top 5s. We haven't won yet, but I started the year off with a coil spring car there, and I couldn't get it to work. So my kid's car had been sitting there, and he's not racing. He told me to go ahead and take this, so that's what I did. And now Saturday morning, actually, I got another car being delivered to my house too, so I'll be in a 3rd car for the season here next week probably.
Well, good luck to you tonight.
All right, thanks. We can always use it.
With Rob Novinsky. Rob, how does it feel to be back at Fonda?
Oh, great. I love the race.
How's your season been?
We've only run a couple times. It's an older car, and I'm not sure if it's capable of winning, but we come here to have a good time.
How do you feel about the Honda race?
Oh, I love the Hondo race every year. Kelly does a great job. There's all sorts of money. So even if you finish back in the field, you're going to come home with a good buck. So I give it hats off to Kelly.
Was there anybody you would like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Bob Wilkie for letting me drive his car for him, and my wife for letting me be here tonight.
I'm here with Ivan Jocelyn. So Ivan, how has your racing season been this year?
It's been pretty good. It started off really good. We got a win early on, and then we hit a little rough patch, and then we finally got a win last week. So we're back on track, and we're ready for tonight.
And how does it feel to win for the 2nd time in a row this year?
It feels good to finally get 2 wins in one season. I mean, I always had only get 1, and so it's finally 2, and then it's good. You know, it's a good momentum builder for tonight's Hondo race.
And how are you doing in your sportsman?
The sportsman's good. We're getting better every week, and I mean, we finished the highest we finished last week was 3rd, and we're getting better. So hopefully a victory in that soon.
I'm here with Milo Campbell. So Milo, how has the racing season been this year?
It's been good. It's been a struggle. It's a tough class this year. Always has been a tough class, the Pro Stock Series.
How do you feel about racing for the Hondo Classic today?
It's an honor to actually be here for Hondo. He's, so I hear, a very good man. I never got a chance to meet him, but wonderful man, I hear.
Yeah. I'm here with Rocky Warner. So Rocky, how's your season?
It's been real good. You know, we've been doing a lot of racing, traveling around, racing all types of cars everywhere as we can.
So we've seen you've been in many different cars. How does it feel to be back in a Pro Stock again?
I tell you, this is where my heart is, to be honest with you. You know, I love the Pro Stock class. We raced it for a couple years, 3 years. We did a lot of, we accomplished a lot of things in the class. Besides, winning this race. So I'm thankful these guys here, the Rogers guys, him and his car owner, stepped up and let me drive their car for the night. It wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to be here. But I tell you, this class is awesome. I love watching it. This is, a lot of guys make a point to watch the modifieds every week. I make a point to watch the Pro Stocks every week.
So how do you feel about racing for the Hondo Classic today?
Oh, I tell you, it's huge. Hondo taught me one of the most important things in racing ever. He leaned in the car when he moved up to Pro Stocks. I was still in the Street Stocks. He goes, I got to tell you something. I said, what's that? He goes, sometimes slower is faster. And, a lot of people don't understand what that means. But, and I didn't either at first. You kind of just take, oh, yeah, slower is faster, whatever. But you sit back and think about it, slower is faster.
1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, start your engines!
Is in the air. Charbonneau going to jump up, grab the number 1 position as they race it down into turn number 1 and 2. They race it off at turn number 2. Nick Stone up on the outside, Bill Knapp down low. Side by side they race, hang on to it. Nick Stone getting out into the loose stuff as they race it down into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time. Off of corner number 4, lap number 1, dual Kenny Martin is your top 6, and we've got them racing side by side all the way through the back to battle on for the number 4 spot. Here comes Kim Duell down to the inside. We've got on all of them and talked to him a little bit earlier here today. This is the most important win for him all year, and he's going to go 3 wide down the backstretch. Brought the thimble, threaded the needle. He's going to move himself up to the number 2 spot as he's working up there on the outside of turn number 4. Norma coming back out to tag on at the tail end of the field as your race leader off of turn number 4. The number 4 of Dean Charbonneau going to lead lap number 3. But Crazy Kenny Martin working up there on the top side of the speedway. Martin digging it off the top side of the speedway. Big run. Shoots out of a cannon, but Charbonneau just as quick down the backstretch. And Pete Broderson already up to the number 4 spot, challenging for 3rd as he goes side by side with Knapp up to the number 3 position. Side by new race leader, the number 93 of Crazy Kenny Martin, grabbing a point. You know, he's got to be excited up there in the number 93 machine. That's the Kenny Martin going to mash the gas. Rocky Warner hanging right there with him. And here comes Chuck Dembluski down to the inside. Dembluski finally going to grab that number 3 spot as Warner up to the outside. They race it off at turn number 4, side by side for the race lead. But Martin just too strong right now. Rocky Warner using every piece of real estate out there on the track. The top side, the bottom side, the inside, the outside, trying to get by Crazy Kenny Martin. Down to turn number 1 and 2 for the final time. Keeping it smooth, steady, down to the inside. Going to put Kenny Gates down one more lap as he comes on at turn number 2 down the backstretch for the final time. 3 wide for the number 3 spot with Dembluski, Duell, and Nick Stone, but nobody right there with Crazy Kenny Martin. Final time into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4. He can see it, he can feel it, now he can taste it. Checker flag is in the air. Crazy Kenny Martin picking up the Hondo Classic number 8. Rocky Warner coming home 2nd, 3rd to Nick Stone, 4th Dembluski, 5th Kim Duell. 6th goes to Broderson, 7th to Knapp, 8th to Charbonneau, 9th to Jocelyn. The race for 10th goes to Mc.
Got it, Kenny. You got it. Come on, buddy. Give him a round of applause. He takes home the Hondo Classic. Kenny Martin is your Pro Stock winner here tonight at Fonda Speedway. Oh, boy. We got the number 9 there in memory of Hondo Carpenter. Give him a round of applause, everybody. He was a close friend of Hondo. As I said, it is very deserving and fitting that he is here in Victory Lane tonight. Get your flag. Kenny, heck of a run, buddy. Congratulations. I know this means a lot to you here tonight. You were a very good friend of Hondo.
If this is one of those races you really wanted, this is definitely the highlight of my career, to add one of these races for Hondo. I'm so glad I got to do it for him.
Absolutely. Now, on that last restart there, I'm sure you felt Rocky Warner there tapping you a little bit.
I don't have a rear view mirror. I don't know who it was. I'm glad he gave me a little common courtesy of not really taking me and turning me around, because you have to take a little time to get up to speed. The track worked out nice to us tonight, and I got to thank the crew, this car builder. You know, HRD Chassis has been awesome all through our racing career. And I'm just so happy to be a pilot in this race car. You know, I got to thank my family, my wife, and all the sponsors. I don't want to list them all tonight because this is Hondo Night and Thunderstruck.
Now, again, it's not about the money, but I want to tell you that I think you really racked up the money there on leading all those laps, and it's got to help a little bit.
yeah, I came here. I got $5. Ooh, I got $5 in my pocket as of tonight. I didn't know what I was doing for racing tomorrow or Saturday. This is a blessing to get us through. It's awesome.
Awesome. Kenny Gates. How many times do I call you Kenny Gates?
Just call me crazy.
All right, folks. Crazy Kenny Martin takes home the Hondo Classic here at Fonda Speedway. Give him a big round of applause. He deserves it for sure.
Thanks again, RCT Roofing, and now I'm here with Tommy Denton to get more information on the Utica Rome Speedway big race next weekend.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal here. I've been working the phones, getting a hold of anybody and everybody with ProStock. Right now the total purse is $88.94, and it's still probably going to end up going up by the end of the next week, which at the moment it pays better than Syracuse or the same from 3rd to 28th, and we're not far off from making first and second pay just as much as Syracuse Super Dirt Week also.
Well, thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, thank you.
Tune in next week for highlights of the Paul Denton Memorial on Inside Northeast Racing.
And we'd like to wish the best of luck to all the teams competing in the Paul Denton Memorial this Sunday at the Utica Rome Speedway from all of us here at Inside Northeast Racing. And it's time for the NISKA Weekly Winners, the New York State Stock Car Association, acknowledging the winners of this past week's activities. Here are your weekly winners from the New York State Stock Car Association. At Accord, it was Greg McCluskey, Anthony Perego, Nick Johnson, Jackie Brown Jr., and David Demarest. At Utica Rome, it was Mike Mahaney, Glenn Forward, Rick Miller, Stuart Friesen, AJ Philbeck, and Ricky Breed. At Glen Ridge, it was Happy Harry Schaefer, Dave Pope, Jeff Rockefeller, and Shane Playford. At Orange County Fair Speedway, it was Chuck McKee, Tommy Meyer, Zach Mead, Shane Jablanca, and Mr. Back-to-Back Charlie Donald. At Albany Saratoga Speedway, it was Jack Gentile, Ray C. Jr., Frankie Blanchard, Stuart Friesen, Paul Bramer, Rob Yetman, and Matt DiLorenzo. At Lebanon Valley Speedway, it was Lou Ganser, Doug Olds, Jeff Meltz, Jay Corbin, Andy Bacchetti, and John Virgilio on Saturday night. On Sunday night at the Valley, it was Steve Mayer and Donnie Schatz. At Fonda Speedway on Thursday, the All-Star Sprint winner was Danny Dietrich, and the winner of the Hondo Classic was Crazy Kenny Martin. Congrats to Kenny on his Hondo Classic win from all of us, and a winner in all our hearts, Hondo Carpenter. That your NISKA weekly winners for this past week. We thank the New York State Stock Car Association as they salute the winners from this past week's competition. Back to Utica Rome for the first ever appearance of the Go Nuclear Late Model Series. Here's Mike Mallett with the call.
So here we go through turns 3 and 4. Time off the turn. We got it. We are racing with the Go Nuclear Late Model Series here down the front straightaway. No Caswell trying to hold on to the number 1 position up through the corner. And Caswell does the job. Here comes Miller now to the outside. As Miller looks for the number 2 spot down the backstretch. Kingsley, though, able to hold them off. Side by side, door to door, they take it through turns number 3 and 4. Miller working it up on the high side, looking for the runner-up spot. Along the backstretch, they take it up into corners number 3 and 4. Caswell trying to sneak back up underneath. Miller now hung up on the outside in traffic off the turntail. Caswell takes back the race lead. So Caswell back to the lead here with 21 laps complete. Miller's got to go back to work on him as they put a lap on the number 4 of Jason Knowles. Knowles right now is running in position number 8. And he is looking to lap cars inside the top 7 right now as he works to the inside of the 9Z of Laszlo Holyfeld. Off the corner, 3 wide, 4 wide, they come in traffic. What a move by Dale Caswell. Caswell able to clear his way. Now Miller gets stuck in traffic here going up into turns number 1 and 3. Caswell, can he hold off the charges of Miller here at the end of this one? Here comes Miller now to the outside. Rick Miller working on the high side of the speedway. Caswell down low as they come off of turn number 4, side by side. Rick Miller to the top spot. So with 3 laps to go, Rick Miller is founded up on the high side one more time. Caswell there with him down low, but Miller the top spot down the back straightaway. So Miller is your leader as they work down into turn number 3. Rick Miller on the high side. Caswell going to try to make it go down low off the quarter checkered flag. Winning the main event, the 33X of Rick Miller. Second will go to Caswell.
Race fans, how about a nice hand for your winner, Rapid Rick Miller. Rick, congratulations. That was a hard-fought victory. You know, you got the lead away from Dale. He came back, took the lead back, then you turned up the wick there with 5 to go and took it back for good.
I'll tell you, praise the Lord. You know, this Atomic Chassis 33X has been running strong all year. It's great to be back at Utica Rome. You don't know how much I enjoyed racing here, you know, years ago in the 90s, and it means a lot to me that this is one of the ones on the calendar that I said, hey, you know, I'd really like to win Utica Rome. And
staying at Utica Rome, here's this week's modified feature, and back to Mike Mallet.
Can't wait. Race fans, music as they work it up into turns number 1 and 2. Brad Alger takes over the number 1 position for the moment. Here comes Bowman to the bottom, and Mike Bowman's going to assume command on the back straightaway. After turn, Bowman stays low, Alger to the outside. As they cut down to the line, Brad Alger takes the lead on the top side. So Alger will lead the way here on lap number 5 as he works off the turn number 2 on the working it up off the turn. They come down the line. Friesen gets the slider from Pat Ward. Repack would stop here. The home stretch. Third contact here. Back to the turn number 1. Friesen's going to go low. He'll follow Alan Johnson. Alger takes it up to the high side. Off the turn 2. Side by side down the backstretch. Johnson to the inside, but it will be Alger hanging on to the top spot as they work down into turn number 3. Middle of the corner to get by Alan Johnson. Johnson, though, digs deep to the inside and Friesen now back to position number 2. Alger leads him up into turns number 1 and 2. Friesen bounces it up there off the cushion, as does Mahaney, Larry White. Mahaney goes high. Shepard comes down off the bottom of corners number 3 and 4, and Matt Shepard now into that position as they go into turn number 1. Here the 1WGC of Stuart Friesen. Off the corner, checkered flags in the air, picking up the victory, Stuart Friesen. Second will go to the number 9S of Matt Shepard. Third to the 78A of Brad Alger. Fourth to Alan Johnson. Fifth to Mike Mahaney.
Well, he picks up win number 3 here on the season, driving the Westmoreland Golf Club. Vernon Whiting-Spear, Jeff Bristol Enterprises. Number 1 WGC, ladies and gentlemen, give him a hand. Your modified feature winner, Stuart Friesen. This is a pretty impressive week for you here. Sprint car, midget, now putting a modified in victory lane to cap it off.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Man, what a busy week. But first and foremost, our thoughts are with Pat Ward. That was probably one of the worst hits I'd ever seen, and I sure hope he's okay. I was right next to him, and man, just missed it by the skin of my teeth. And boy, that's a nasty hit. So just hoping Pat's okay.
Now it's off to the Albany Saratoga Speedway for the first ever appearance of the DMA Usac Midgets at the Great Race Place.
22 and Scott Holcomb with the 47. Both have run here competitively in dirt competition. As they go down here to turn number 1, green flag is out. As they work their way down through the corner, the 18 of Chafee going to lead the way off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, way up to the outside now, goes Friesen, and Friesen going to drive right down the middle to make it a 3-wide battle back here for 6th spot. Down into turn number 1 they go, working up through turns 1 and 2, side by side through the field, 4 wide back there deep, and now Heidenreich's the man on the move. Here comes Scotty Holcomb down to the inside. Holcomb taking an inside lane. He's up to 3rd now. Coming down off of turn number 4, showing the way down here in front. Down through the corner they come, and up through turns 1 and 2, working down off of turn number 2. Heidenreich off the bottom. He and Friesen race back there for 5th spot. Heidenreich down low. Yellow is out around. As we get ready to go back to green, green is out, and we are back underway. Down to turn number 1 they go. Holcomb going to show the way down here to the south side of the speedway as they work up off of turn number 2. Here's Friesen with a charge as we got a 3-way battle back here for 2nd. Down through turn 3 and 4, they're going to work down off of corner number 4. Got a 3-way battle back here for 2nd. The 3 black cars, the 76 of Josh Sun, Adam Pearson, who has come from the back, and the 91 of Stuart Friesen, racing 2nd through 4th spot. Pearson's here in this one, and Friesen going to turn the wick up even more, trying to run down Scotty Holcomb. And now Friesen is catching Holcomb here at the white flag. He'll take it deep down to turn number 1. Going to try and catch Holcomb by surprise off turn number 2. Holcomb by 2 car lengths midway down the backstretch. Here's Friesen to the high side down to turn number 3. Holcomb on the inside, Friesen on the outside. At the line, Stuart Friesen gets the win. Friesen picks up the victory. Scotty Holcomb will finish in 2nd. 3rd spot goes to Adam Pearson. John Heidenreich will finish in 4th. And rounding out your top 5, that is the 76 of Josh Sun. Usac Midget here at the Great Race Place, unbuckling, making his way out of the automobile, out of Niagara on the Lake Ontario, the Canadian sensation, Stuart Friesen.
Staying at the Albany Saratoga Speedway, here's last Friday night's modified feature event from the Malta Oval.
As we go green, Warner brings up the tail of the field. Green flag is out. Down to turn number 1, they go down the backstretch for the first time. It's going to be Rich Ronka showing the way down into turn number 3. Ronka going to lead the way around and put lap number 1 on the board, while the 41 of Busta rides back in position number 2. Chris Busta, your 2nd place car. Jimmy Cottrell and Rob Pitcher go side by side back there for 3rd as they race down here off of turn number 4. Rob Pitcher working up on the high side of the 8 of Jimmy Cottrell, and now door to door to door as they work down here up turn number 4. Here's booth number 3D of Di Lorenzo working the high side of the raceway. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. You've got a new leader as they work their way through turn 3 and 4 as Matty D has gone to the point. Matt Di Lorenzo up in number 1 position, dealing Rich Ronco back to 2nd. Jeff Trombley now is closing on your leader. Trombley starting to close the gap. 1 slower car between the 2 now, and about a half a straightaway, the deficit between 1st and 2nd. 3rd place car is the number 3 J car of Mark Johnson. Kenny Tremont continues to ride in 4th with Brett Hearn rounding out your top 5. Here's Di Lorenzo. He's got cars side by side ahead of him. Pep Karate in the 17 of Pitcher racing for position. Bottle things up for Di Lorenzo, and Di Lorenzo will look at White Silk this time by. White is out one more time around the Great Race Place for Matty D. Now a 4-car deficit, stretch it to 5 down the backstretch, all the way to 6 by the time they hit turn 3. Final time through turn 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out, and Matt Di Lorenzo will pick up the win. Matty D gets the victory. Coming on 2nd will be the 3J of Mark Johnson. For the Finishing third is the 115 of Kenny Tremont. Fourth spot goes to the 21J of Jeff Trombley. And rounding out your top 5 finishing positions will be the 20 of Brett Hearn. So Matt, the deal as he makes his way out of the automobile. How about a big hand for the driver of the Recovery Sports Goal number 3D? It's Matty D. Matt DiLorenzo. Matty D out of the automobile will kick it down trackside to Mike Warren for a word.
You've been watching Inside Northeast Racing, presented weekly by the New York State Stock Car Association, Gene Cole's Utica Rome Speedway, RCT Roofing, Ray Ohms Towing and Recovery, Bobco Video, Northeast Racing Videos, LaGrange Motorsports Media, the Rooftop Shuffler, Joel Mearns, and Jack's Used Race Car Parts and more. That's going to do it for this week's show. Thanks for watching, and keep your eye out as our cameras are wandering a speedway near you. For Mimi Lazaro, Courtney and Kyle Normoyle, Shane Andrews, Morgan Colgrove, Paul Harkenrider, Mike Mallett, Joel Mearns, Josh Phillips, and Mike Warren, I'm Dan Martin, saying, see ya! Inside Northeast Racing is a Northeast Racing Videos production.